I was tipped in that I'd find gold to work with there, and it was absolutely right. She said there's code blue in the comments section, and I said I'll be overstacked. Happy diddly New Year, neighborino. It's Jim with my man Phil on the visuals, and Phil's a man who's still not quite sure what my angle is. He says, well, you've talked mutilation and morbid angel, but you've also talked mood lighting and school shootings and the importance of reading to your kids and books that you should absolutely be reading to your kids. And where are you coming from on all this? And I said, well, I am just someone who examines assumptions for entertainment and particularly through the lens of art. Well, my friend was right. There's a lot of pushback in this comments section. It was Anthony Fantano, a guy that I find occasionally entertaining enough to tune in on, talking about something called Marty Supreme, but apparently it is a movie, and Anthony Fantano is not someone I've ever listened to talk about movies. Well, there was a lot of pushback in that comment section. I found something that I thought is worthy of examining, because this person feels that, quoting here, this is a film for a different time than Uncut Gems. Never heard of that one. Look at modern America. Look at who wins. It's not people who recognize and still fall victim to their moral weaknesses. This is not a time for tragic heroes. The people winning are brazen and obvious liars. It is people who are entirely unrepentant. This isn't a moral movie per se, but I think it has something to say about the morality of the 2020s. End quote. Because what I, Jim, think is that a lot of people are maybe learning, like a whole generation of people, or however many generations people will call them these days, are learning in real time that the baby boomers who, oh, look at that, are still, for the moment, with us and still kind of running the world, have a whole lot of assumptions that they grew up with from their Disney movies that are not necessarily the way that anyone else ever grew up with before. And so maybe what they think is a bunch of bullshit, and we're all just finding that out together. But maybe some of us knew this decades ago, and so as you're walking through these dark times, here is a dark soul to hold your hand and to guide you through. So if you want to hear us talk more about mutilation, morbid angel, or just how society's falling to shit, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, Dempsey's Best Dips.